Okay, so today let's speak about how to create two drag and drop tables in one view for mobile application, Apple mobile application for iOS. So let's start. It's the topic: create two drag and drop tables at one view controller. So let's start to do it. Firstly, we should a standard view controller with tables. So for this one, we create a project. It's a single view application. It's like templates from Xcode. So let's create project name, set project name like baskets wars. Okay. So as we compile our application, we will get just an empty white screen. I will show you. Like here, you can see. On here's when my mouse is playing on the screen, it is iPhone simulation. It will be show our work. So let's continue. Create a project, it's done. Use storyboard and layouts for tables. Okay. So here is a storyboard. It means that it shows to us how does our screen looks. Now it's empty and white. Okay, we can edit. I hear some delay. We can edit one table view. I need to zoom in. One table view for it and second table view for it. So let's do some sizes. It should be not clean because we will do clean with the layouts. Just not cover each other and seems like a full screen. Okay, it's ready. So the next step is choose both of the table views and create layouts for them both. So create table hybrid layout like 20 pixels because we should save 20 pixels for status bar with our energy and time, you know. And left layout it will be 0, like a bottom like a right layout, and actually we should use equal width. It means that our tables will keep equal width. Here we go. So let's do update frame. Yep, now it's clear, you can see. Okay, it's ready. Another connect outlets. Okay. So let's go to our view controller classes. In H files, we should create two properties with outlets like two different tables. So let's do it property. Use some keywords like not atomic and weak. What does it mean? We know because we already know it. Okay, for outlets, we should use link between object and property. Type of the object, it will be table view, and let's call them first table. Okay, let's do it one more time for second table. Excuse me, not table view. It will be clear. Table view and second table view. Yep. So let's go to the storyboard. Choose our view controller. Choose in property with outlets. Now we can see first table view and second table view here. So just connected. First table view here and second table view here. Okay. So it seems like we connected, but when we build our application, it will be without any tables. because we just connect UI without any data source or delegates. So build it, we did too. It will be empty to white UI, nothing more. Maybe empty tables. Okay, let's do next step.
Implement data source and
Implement
delegates.
data source delegates. So to show data in our tables, we should connect a logic between tables in UI and tables in our view controller. So let's do it.
Firstly, I would like to create an array with strings
for with data source, like ns
table. I would like to use
mutable array because we can change, modify this type of object. If we will use just ns array, we cannot do it. So I will use ns mutable array, like first array, first basket,
and
second basket. Here we go. So I prepared some code. I would like to use a fruit for first basket, and the controller we did load. We can assign our objects. So first box with array, it will be array with object like chairs, fruits, apple, orange, and others. And second basket, it will be clear. Okay, let's go to our view control H file. We should say that this view controller will use like a UI table view data source and UI table view delegates. Okay, now we should, yes, we have our alert notification that we should implement some methods for UI data table view data source and UI yes, for UI table view data source. So I prepared some source code to do it more fastly, but it will be easy. I explain every method what I do. I will explain it. So let's go. Oh, first basket. I cannot see it. I don't know. Second box. So, table view, numbers of sections in table view. Every table view in our application will contain just one section without any separators. Number of rows in the section will be depends of which table we would like to show. If it will be first table, we will show object from first basket array. If it will be second table, we will show object from second basket array. So number of rows will be depends only of which kind of table we use. Height for header in section 0 because we don't use the header. Height for row at index path, it will be constant 44 because it's standard height of cells. And also height for footer in section we should use 0 because we don't use it for this time. So now we need to send a type of UI table view cell we will be used for every type of our table. So firstly, I would like to use standard UI table view classes, UI table view cell, and text. It means that for every index path, first basket, it means that for every rows, I said that I will use this cell and with this text. For example, table view. Okay, but if we rows on session logic, we do it, create cells identifier. Okay, let's go to the again storyboard, and we should choose every table and create dynamical prototype cells. Here's our template cells, and let's create identifier for them, like a first cell and second cell for second table. Here we go. Yep. So it means that now table view will know which kind of table, which kind of cells we should use for them, because we can create a lot of prototype cells for every table view. Okay, now we should connect data source and delegates for every cells with our view controller. Delegate with view controller, data source with view controller. Because we are already implemented our methods with logic needable for table view. And this one again, delegate and data source for with view controller. So let's try to build it, and we'll see some results. So we have a crash because okay. Because it doesn't matter, because second, I think there's something wrong with it, with cell identifier. Yep, here second cell identifier and first cell. Yep. So let's do it one more time. Actually, I would like to use another background for every cells. Excuse me. Okay, in our Xcode we can use we can create exception breakpoints to easy to understand what is wrong with our application. But now it's correctly work. You can see that in our first cells, first table, we can see our fruits from array, like cherry, fruit, apple, orange. Okay, it's good. So let's do another background color for different cells, too easy to understand, too easy to see. Let's do a green background color for first table view, red background color for second table view. Okay, now it's clear. You can see that our second table view is empty. So let's do next implementation. We should create a custom table cell. This means that now we are ready to create something special cell, and we don't need to use a standard UI table view cell classes. I can show you how we can do it. So go to the file, new file, and now we will create a Cocoa classes. We should set that subclass of UI table view cell, and let's count them table view cell. Okay, here we go. Our new table view cell will contains okay, we will use two properties, like one, a label property, non-atomic weak EBO outlet UI label, that main text label, and property non-atomic weak EBO outlet UI view, basically view. Why we should use another view? Because in next step we will need to use a print, convert our cells to image to show it when we use a drag and drop. So now we can use a table with cells in our table with cells class in our view controller. Let's do it. Import table with cells, and when we create our cells, we can use table with cells again and say that we will use a main text label with instead standard text label. Okay, and also in our storyboard we can change classes of used our cells, because now it's standard UI table with cells. It's difficult to see, but it's standard UI table with cells. Let's change it to table with cells, our customized classes. And for second, cells too. Okay, now we should to connect. No, excuse me. Firstly, we should edit UI view and label to our customized cell. Let's customize UI. So here we edit a UI label, insert our cell, and let's create some constraint for it. I will use full screen, full frame for it. Okay. Use auto layer to update frames. Now full screen, great. And I would like to add some label to it. Here we go. So let's do again. Edit constraint, like full frame. Now we can connect our outlets with this one. So main text table is label, and basically view it's our view. Okay, I connected. Now we can see that basically view and main text label has some connections. So I don't like to do it one more time. I'm just do some copy paste for another table, another cell, another table. Okay, but I will use another identifier, second cell. Okay, so now we should set our cells selection now. It means that we cannot select it, because it will be wrong when we can select and drag and drop in one time. It's not a good position. So I can show you how we can do it. Choose our cell, and for selection we just property selection we just set none, and for first cells too. Okay, do basically view white color. Yep, it's needs because basically we use clear color for every UI view when we edit, but when we will use a print of cells in future, it will be not good, it will be dark, because they don't have any color. So we should use a white color for them. And for bad visualization, we use alpha, not one. Just a minute, please. Basically view, white color, 0, basically view, white color, 0. I would like to check everything one more time here. Okay, so now I think we're ready to build it one more time. So as you can see, nothing changed. It's good. Now we use a prototype cells, not standard cells, and now it's good. What we should do next? We should create template object and some logic for tab recognizer. It means that when we will use drag and drop, we firstly have to recognize it. What is it? It's begin started or it's a tab started or it's tab move it and continue doing, or it's tab on the screen is finished. Okay, I can show you how we can do it. Firstly, I would like to do it just for first table and to show you how does it work. Okay, it means that we create UiPan gesture recognizer, and if we tap first table view, we will call move object selector. It means that we will call method of move object for object self. So let's implement method move object. Okay, so firstly, we should recognize a state of the pane of the tab. If state is start begin, it means that you just started to press it. We can do a next logic. We can recognize which cell which cell you exactly tapped. Firstly, we recognize which point you tap, like X, Y, and also we recognize what is its row, what is index path of this cell, and now we can get cell for this index path which we pressed. And we will delete this. We should create firstly we should create temp string. Yep, I forgot about it. Now we will create temp string. We'll be safe. We save our objects that we pressed in a string temp object. Good. Okay, it means that if we just stayed, if we began tapped, first table view, just a minute. I forgot a little, doesn't matter. It means that if you just began tapped of the first table view, we delete one cell, we will keep this object in the memory, and we will reload our table view. So I will show how does it work. Now, hop, it's delete. Like I said, it's good. It's predictable behavior. Okay, let's continue. Now we should recognize end. Now we should recognize end of moving. I prepare some source code. It will again, but it doesn't matter. Now we would like to recognize if we finished move a finger on the second table view. If we did it, our position finger in our position finger on depends of the second table view frame will be more than 0. If we don't finish on the second table view, our position, it will be minus in 0. So it's do implementation some logic. So if we finished our moving, the finger moving on the second table view, we should recognize we should recognize in which places we stopped. If we stop in end of the table, we just added our object in the end of basket, or on the sub we just added object without worry about this position. But if we send our if we finished our moving in center of some cells or between two cells, we will insert our object temp object between this at index path row. And as you know, we can recognize index path row on depends in our position when we finish the move on the screen. And after this one, we should update our second table view. So if we don't stop on the second table view, it means that we stop on the first table view with first basket. Okay, let's implement some logic for the first table view with first basket. It's the same logic. So we recognize in which place we stopped between some cells or not. And if we stopped between some cells, we added object in this place. If we do not, we just added without worry about. We just added the object here, first basket and object temp object, without worry about which place and this will keep this saves. And first table view reload data. So okay, it seems like it's ready. So as I expect, now we can move from left to the left table view to right table view at cells, but without an animation. Now I pressed Apple, I move it to right, I pushed down, push up, and now Apple is right. I pressed vegetable, I go to the right table view and behavior that I expect. I can play it every day. Yep, it's good. So let's continue for second table view. It means that we should recognize tab for second table view and also do the same logic for the second table view. Because now it's work only for first table. Okay, let's create another tab recognizer for second table view. And we will be call method of move the second object. I prepare some code to do it, but I will explain to you. It's the same like we did firstly for the first table view. but a little bit different because we use a second table view. Here we can delete it. Second table view. We can delete it again. Second table view, second table view, second table view, second basket, second table view. It means that if we started, if we press it firstly on the second table view, we recognize it, and now we will keep temp object from second basket. Firstly, we recognize in which position we pressed, in which position our moving are started, and it depends on this one. We recognize which object we should save. We should save from second basket, and also which object we should remove from second basket. Because if we halt something, we'll remove it from basket and keep it in memory. And also we should reload second table view because we changed a data source in there. We remove some object from second basket. So also we should recognize if we end the moving which started from second basket. It's the same logic like from the first basket, like from first table, but with a little difference because we use a table, not the first. Okay, if we finished in the second table, and if we started and finished on the second table, we don't need to move our object to first table. We just have to put it inside second table view again, but we can change a place. If, for example, if we want to move some fruits from this to down, or from down to from bottom to top, or from top to bottom, it depends. It doesn't matter, but we can do it here. If we finished our moving in insert our table, we insert our method at the index which we recognized of our finished position. In our position, finished position. If you don't recognize our finished position, or it will be in the end of the table view with empty cells, we just added a temp object in the second basket. Okay. Okay, and if we finished moving on the first table view, we can how to say, save our object, insert the table between some cells. Or also, if we don't recognize a position, or it will be in the end of the empty space, we just add our temp object to our second basket. And also, we should reload a table view, first table view. So let's do build, and I will hope that it will be work. So now I pressed apple and going to right, orange, vegetables, and now I try to do with another way. Like I pressed apple from right table view and do it to left. Now it's work not good. Okay, doesn't matter because second basket. Oh, absolutely, because I use 2 times second basket. It's not rule. It's not good. Now it will be work. First basket, first basket, first basket. Error was because I use second basket in 2 ways, but it's not true. When we finished at the first table view, I should use a first basket, like here, like tomato to first basket, orange to first basket, fruit to orange, first basket, and vegetables again to first basket. Now I can do it all day, but it's without any animation. I just press it and push to right, but no animation. What should I do for animation? Okay, let's go to the last presentation view. So now we can implement drag and drop process. So let's go to create temp UI image view. UI image view, temp view. And now we will keep in temp view our cell view when we press it down firstly. It means, but to do it, we should create a category for UI view. I will show you how we can do it. Because we want to add some methods to standard class UI view. So let's go to File, New, File, choose Objective-C file, New, choose type of the file type category, class, yes, we will use UI view, and we will call them helpers. So here's our empty category. Let's implement one method. It will be called image with view. It will be static method. It means that we don't need any object to use it. So now if we send to this magic view, some UI view, we received an UI image from this view, like a print, like a screenshot, but not about screen. It's like a view shot. It's small type of screenshot. And now we can create interface about it. Plus, it means that it is static method, don't need to object. And if we will use minus here, it means that we should use object to call them. But we don't need it. We will use plus. So let's go to other view controller. Firstly, we should and now we can edit screenshot from our cells when we started moving. So here we go. It's not here. Yes. So if we recognize a place that we stopped, we can recognize which cell we stopped. And also after this one, we can do screenshot from basically view. It is how to say customized UI cells. And firstly, we create a basically view on this one. I can show you here. So firstly, we create a basically view, and after on the basically view, we keep a label. Because if we will use for this method for printing as just standard UI table view cells, it will be like a dark square. So we don't need to do it. Basically view, image, and temp view. It will be a temp view from our cell, and we will keep the same signs like a cell frame. So set image to the temp view, and also let's add let temp view like a view to our cell view, to our view controller. So I can show you, but it will be works not clear because we don't remove it and don't move it. Now we just show it. Here it means that it's not moving in just a screenshot. It's not true, it's not tomato, but it's a screenshot. So let's move it. Now edit some code. when we recognize that coordination, our position and our finger change, and our temp finger, I can show you what does it mean on our application. It means that when I choose position in my mouse, screenshot will be go за мной, follow me. I choose vegetables, yep, and I can go with it to any table view or to any place, and it will be keep going to me. But this situation, we don't remove it. We just create another screenshot and create another screenshot. So let's continue. Now I would like to remove empty screenshot when we stopped our preset, when we finished to move a finger. So when we recognize state ended, we just need to remove our temp view from super view, and also we just need to assign temp view to nil. And how does it work? Okay, firstly I pressed Apple. I move a finger. When I move a finger, they move to follow my finger. But when I push it up, screenshot will be disappear. Hop. It will be like drag and drop effect. And vegetable between fruits, fruit, vegetable, orange. Banana between vegetable and orange, vegetable, banana, orange. But now it's work only from the first table view to second table view. In another way, it don't work because we don't create a logic. It's like without any animation. It's work, but without any animation. So just added the same logic for second table view. We use another tab recognizer for table view, second table view. So, and here we can recognize a table table view cell from second table view. Use basically do screenshot, and we keep them. We create temp view and keep the image of screenshot in the temp view. And also we added a temp view on our main view controller. Also, I would like to edit logic with follow my finger. And also, I would like to add logic to disappear our temp view because our finger is up and we will stop. And our getRows recognized state is ended. So let's try. I hope that it will be work. Let's start with apple, apple, orange, orange. And now I can play with it as long as I would like. Tomato between vegetables. Oh no, I missed tomato first. So thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody. It's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.